If you're a sexual abuse survivor and you feel like you're missing the old you and you really want to feel like you again, and you miss her being happy and quirky and fun, and you just want to get back to that version of you so bad, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Angela and I help all women heal sexual abuse. Today, Today's video is going to be a little bit hard, but I'm going to give it to you as straight as I absolutely can, okay? Again, this is going to be hard to take in. This is going to be something that you also have to know to be able to heal, to be able to move on with your life, okay? And that is that you are never going to feel like that old version of you again, and you're never going to be that old version of you again. Now, I know that sucks. I know that that's not what you want to hear, but that doesn't mean that you can't be happier. It doesn't mean that you can't be more confident. It doesn't mean that you can't be more magnetic, okay? What it does mean is that this old version of you, this old you, no matter how much you want to feel like her again, she's gone. But those things that you loved about her, those things that you miss about her, you can take them and bring them into this new version of you that you truly want to be. Maybe the version of you that has stronger boundaries, maybe the version of you. Now, when I say this, I'm not judging. I am in no way to judge at all. Okay? Maybe it's the version of you that doesn't drink as much. Maybe it's the version of you that listens to herself, so when she sees the red flags, she's not putting herself in those situations, right? Now, again, I understand how this works. I am a survivor myself. I know that most of our attacks come from people that we know and that we trust. I understand that it's not always these one-off situations where you were out drinking and you blacked out, and it's not always like that. It is like that. I've had those experiences as well. But I just, there are just, oh, I want to say this without like you believing that I'm judging you, because I'm not, because I've put myself in those situations. The thing is that when you heal, especially when you work with me one-to-one, you really are able to come into this space where you're like, I did not I did not deserve what happened. I'm not to blame for what happened, for what happened. But there are some things that I did that I wouldn't do again, to make sure that I am preventing those things from happening. Does that make sense? Because again, I'm not here to judge you. It's not your fault what happened at all. The thing is that we start to realize that our safety is the most critical thing for us. And then we start to do things differently because we've learned from this tragic experience. And so that becomes part of it. And so then you learn how to take these parts of you that you absolutely loved and these wiser parts of you kind of mixed together. And so you still can be more confident, more happy, more magnetic, and not necessarily be the old you, but be a very different version of you that truly feels like home again. Because that's really essentially what we're after. We're after trying to feel like home again, feeling good in our bodies again, feeling safe in our bodies again, feeling like we can just do anything without worries. A lot of that will have to be rebuilt in a very different way. But it is very possible for you to let go of wanting to be this old version of you and begin aligning with a version of you that you truly love, that you truly want to be, that is wiser and feels safer and is happier and more confident and more magnetic. And I'm actually going to show you how to do that the inside the workshop. Now, depending on when you see this video, it might already be up for replay. So, and you can head to the workshop section inside YouTube and check that out. So, the workshop is Becoming Her, Feeling Like You Again, which is essentially aligning with this new version of you. But this is what I have for you, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.